So most kids study English for years and still do not feel confident speaking it. Today I'm going to show you exactly why that happens and what works instead. So there are 4 things that make kids genuinely confident English speakers, and traditional studying only covers one of them. So if you're helping your child grow their English and their confidence, please subscribe to this channel. I share strategies that help kids move from understanding English to expressing their ideas clearly and confidently. So stay until the end because I'm going to show you how to build all 4 of these right at home with the right support. Okay, so this is one of the most frustrating things parents experience. Years of classes, years of homework, years of tests, years of effort, right? And their child still freezes when it's time to speak. So the reason is that studying English and speaking English train completely different things. You can know every single grammar rule under the sun and still have nothing to say in a real conversation. So confidence doesn't come from knowledge. It comes from experience, right? Practice. And experience means actually speaking, actually making mistakes, and actually being heard, right? So if you're helping your child grow their confidence in English, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I share strategies that help kids move from understanding English to expressing their ideas clearly. So my English Confidence Club helps kids 8 through 12 speak English with confidence. So there's small groups with real conversations and real progress every single week. Remember, these are student-led and student-driven. So that means the kids tell me what they're interested in, and our lessons are student-centered based on their interests, which is huge. Go ahead and check that link in the description, and spots are limited, so go ahead and check that out. Okay, this is the most important thing in the entire video. Write it down if you need to, repeat this section if you need to. So confidence does not come from studying English, right? It comes from speaking it. So every hour a child spends studying without speaking is an hour that builds knowledge, but not confidence. So speaking is a physical skill as much as a mental skill, right? So like riding your bike or swimming, you cannot learn it just by reading it, right? You can't learn how to swim just by reading a book. The only way to build speaking confidence is to speak imperfectly, nervously, slowly, it doesn't matter. Every single speaking attempt, no matter how small, is building something that studying alone never can. So kids speak more when they feel comfortable. So this is not a nice idea. This is a fact, and this is how language learning works. So fear of mistakes is the number one reason children stay silent, and my adult learners as well. It is not the lack of vocabulary, it's not the lack of grammar, it is fear. So when mistakes are welcome, progress happens much faster, and that environment is everything. So think about how your child speaks in their first language. They make mistakes all the time, right? And nobody stops the conversation to correct them. English needs that same environment to grow. So your home can be that place. And it starts with how you react the next time your child makes a mistake in English. Okay, so textbooks teach grammar, but not confidence. There is a real difference between knowing the rule and being able to use it under pressure, right? So real conversations teach kids to think and speak at the same time. That simultaneous skill is what fluency actually is, right? Textbook exercises have one right answer, and real conversations have no script, no right answer, and no way to prepare, right? That unpredictability is exactly what builds real speaking confidence. And this is the skill that matters in real life, not the ability to fill in a blank or choose the right choice in a multiple choice question, but the ability to respond to a real human being and communicate your ideas clearly. Good. So a teacher who believes in them, this is super critical. So every confident English speaker or speaker of a different language had someone who believed in them first, before they believed in themselves. So children rise to the expectations of the adults around them. And this is one of the most well-documented things in education. So when a teacher genuinely believes a child can do it, that belief becomes part of how the child sees themselves. So this is uber critical. Your belief in your child is more powerful than any textbook. Tell them you believe in them in English regularly. Awesome. So I have, again, going back to my student with my who hated reading a few videos ago. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But this student absolutely hated reading. He hated it more than anything. And every class I encouraged him. We did it piece by piece, step by step, right? I encouraged him and I told him I believed in him. Within a year, he was speaking fluently and confidently, and he was reading fluently and confidently. So this just goes to show that, it might be a slow burn, but it does work. Good. And remember, consistency is key. So 10 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week, right? Or every other week or once a month, right? This is true for every skill, and English is no exception. So confidence is built on one small conversation at a time, not in one big lesson once a year, and not in one intensive course. Progress is slow, but it's always moving forward. The direction matters more than the speed. And parents sometimes get discouraged because they don't see these dramatic changes overnight, but every small moment of English is adding up, and it's those building blocks. It's creating the foundation for your child's learning. So 1 conversation a day, 7 conversations a week, over a year, that is hundreds of real English moments your child would not have had otherwise. So that small step can really grow into something and compound into something beautiful. Awesome. So this is what confident English speakers have in common. They stop being afraid to speak, not because they became perfect English speakers, but because they spoke enough times that fear shrank. Every time you do something, it becomes less scary, right? That's what I tell my students all the time. So mistakes become part of the process. They stop, especially I've seen this so many times with my students. I encourage mistakes. I want you to make mistakes because that is when the real learning happens, is with mistakes. I know this is like a weird concept for a lot of my students. So I encourage those mistakes because now they're not seeing mistakes as failure. They're starting to hear them as information. And right, we can take that and figure out, okay, what do we need to improve? How can we improve? So confidence grows naturally over time. And it's not because somebody told them that they're great, right? Or that they're proud of them. It's because they proved it to themselves through experience. Although being told that you're great does help students feel more comfortable in English. And these aren't personality traits. This is something really important to remember as well. They are the outcomes of the right environment and consistent practice. So every child can get here. I truly believe that. It just takes the right conditions. All right, so again, this is what I build my English Confidence Club on because I have learned other languages. I am a fluent Spanish speaker. I learned Swahili. I learned a little bit of isiZulu. I remember how uncomfortable and hard it is to learn these languages. And it's weird and strange and an uncomfortable feeling at first. But if you have a safe place to practice with a native speaker, it is incredible how much quicker and how much faster progress shows up. So this is a safe and supportive group for kids 8 to 12, where mistakes are welcomed and they are expected and they are never used against them, right? So we have real conversations every week with me, a teacher who believes in all of my students, not just the ones who are already confident. So something that I get as feedback from my students, from my youngest students who have been really little, all the way up to my adults, they have told me, either parents or the adults have told me, wow, I can't believe how much I've improved in my confidence. I am not afraid to speak anymore. And that just it's why I teach. I love to see my students using the language, their fear decreasing, and their confidence improving all the time. So it's a speaking confidence class built on exactly the 4 things that we just talked about. So if your child has been studying English for a while, but still refuses to speak, is shy, is nervous, is anxious to speak, this is exactly where they need to be. And personally, I wish there would have been a Spanish confidence club when I was learning Spanish in the early stages, because that would have helped me tremendously as a student, and it would have propelled me ahead truly with my Spanish. And the link is in the description. Come check it out, and I would love to work with your kids. Remember, spots are limited, so please check out the description as soon as possible. All right, so At home, you can do all of these. I want you to build all 4. Let your child speak without fear of being corrected. Create the safe environment at home first. Have one real conversation every day about anything for any length of time, but just make it real and connected to their personal experience. That's where the real language learning comes, is when you connect it to your child's life. And tell your child you believe in them, in English, out loud, specifically and regularly. These 3 things paired with structured practice is a great, great combination that creates genuinely confident English speakers. So you provide the environment and structured practice will provide the skills. And together they are truly unstoppable. You'll be shocked at how quickly your child starts to progress. Awesome. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you understand what builds English confidence and also why. So which of these 4 things does your child need the most right now? So go ahead and tell me in the comments. I will read every single one of them, and I'm excited to know what your child needs the most. So if this video helped you, go ahead and share it with one other parent, please. It helps this channel grow, and it also helps me reach kids around the world and helps them become more excited to speak English, more confident speakers, right? So if you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. I'm here every week with real strategies for parents who want real results for their children. So I'll see you in the next one.